Donald Trump, National Security Advisor. When you look at the word kompromat used by Russian state media and Russian officials, you do not want to misunderstand this breaking story when it comes to the individual who might literally be walking into our White House and their history with Putin because of Donald Trump. I'm not going to go down the road of the word treason, but we need to be crystal clear in this breaking story on what we may be facing when it comes to having the enemy in your own house. Take a listen.
Donald Trump said he only hires the, quote, best people.
I know the best people. I know the best managers. I know the best deal makers. I know people that will I know guys that are so good.
What would be your criteria in choosing the senior administrators?
Track record. We have to get the best people. We need to get the best and the finest, and if we don't, we'll be in trouble for a long period of time.
But upon entering the White House, a different storyline emerged. The idea was that Trump's cabinet would resemble the boardrooms of his old reality show, The Apprentice. What we ended up with was closer to an episode of Survivor. Donald Trump's White House saw a higher turnover of staff, both cabinet secretaries and senior ranking advisors, than every president since at least Ronald Reagan. More cabinet officials left their post under Donald Trump than under Presidents Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, and Biden combined.
Screwing up Matt Gaetz because you wanted a fixer for Attorney General is one thing, but to put in place who Trump is considering for National Security Advisor, that is a whole other problem as this continues.
Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? With the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016?
All I can do is ask the question. They think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be. President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing. I think you will probably be rewarded mightily.
In a stunning development, today Donald Trump announced his running mate, Russian President Vladimir Putin.
He was my stablemate. I believe I'll get along with him. It was Trump and Putin, Putin and Trump.
In this breaking story, Donald Trump is about to nominate Sebastian Gorka in the position of National Security Advisor. And when someone like John Bolton calls you out for being full of it, we might want to listen. Here it is.
One of them is a name that I believe you'll be familiar with, Sebastian Gorka. He was previously working in the White House before with NSC. He's someone who worked with Steve Bannon. He was forced out when General Kelly came in as the chief of staff. He has been named as a deputy assistant to the president and senior director for counterterrorism. What's your thought on that selection tonight?
Well, Sebastian Gorka is a con man.
Absolutely right. As Sun Tzu said, you have to know yourself, you have to know the enemy if you want to win your war.
I wouldn't have him in any U.S. government, but I don't think it's going to bode well for counterterrorism efforts when the NSC senior director is somebody like that.
What you called him a con man. Tell us why.
Well, I tell you, he needs a full-field FBI background investigation about his educational claims and things like that. I think he is a perfect example of somebody who owes his position purely to Donald Trump.
I'm trying not to be speechless over some of this, but it's beginning to get ridiculous. And we're not to January 20th yet, much less the first 100 days. Holy crap.
Americans today, Sean, the sad fact is, are in greater danger than they were the day before September the 11th, 2001.
He doesn't display loyalty, he displays fealty. And that's what Trump wants. He doesn't want Gorka's opinions. He wants Gorka to say, yes, sir, and I am fully confident that's exactly what will happen no matter what it is Trump says.
With regards to this man and what he's doing. And you would have think he learned something from the first administration. No, 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 no. All he learned was he is going to place people who are absolutely non-questioning, blind loyalists. And now you have somebody who's in your house. When you talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing, national security advisor, I don't want you guys to have a bad holiday. I don't want you to freak out completely, but I do want all of us to pay attention, have dialogue, and stay frosty, because this is getting really disturbing.